Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Ogre Battle. So, after the last episode, we have achieved a much better level parity with our weakest unit at level 18 and our strongest unit at level 22. Only a 3-level difference in parity, which is fantastic. We've got plenty of room to work with. I'm sorry, 4-level difference in parity. Oh, jeez. I didn't have any caffeine, so maybe my math isn't doing as very well. Clearly, it's doing as bad as my language center. Anyway, this next stage is Raihan C. This is going to be a massive map, and we're going to have to do some weird things with our strategy on this one. Chapter 23, Lost Paradise. Cardinal Randolph bought his fame and rules this region. He is a merchant from the commercial city Milano. When the war started, he immediately joined the Empire's side for security. Now he collects a heavy tax from the people and lives in a luxurious castle. A man who buys his way into fame and fortune and also taxes the shit out of his people just to maintain his lavish lifestyle. Ugh. Okay, so the problem is, because he is a cardinal, he also has a lot of good high alignment units. And that is a problem when I'm trying to keep everybody with high alignment. So, Pyro is going to have to try not to be involved in this one, and Lons won't be able to be involved for a while either. There are 28 enemy units here, so if we can just knock them out before Lons even gets involved, that would be fantastic. So our weakest unit is Selena. We're going to split the army in half, and we're going to go cover the middle city, I guess, between us and them on each side. The next weakest unit is Marion, so she will post up over here. I have a feeling the units in this northern city are going to get a lot more action because they will be physically closer than this one, but we'll just have to see. The next weakest unit is Willis, who has done an amazing job. The next weakest unit is Forrest, who we haven't seen in a while, so I'm sure he'll do fine. I better... No, I'm going to put one north of the city, too. Alright, anyway. Next up is Lion. There we go. The next weakest unit is Aisha. And then the next weakest unit is Pyro, but because I don't want him involved, we're going to skip him and go to Pattison. And what I'm going to do with Pattison is we're going to put him kind of here, and that way he can respond to both sides if necessary. So I think that's 8 units dispatched. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, okay. So then we're going to dispatch the next one, which is Blackburn, and I don't think Blackburn is going to get any action, but his entire purpose is to guard Pyro, so Pyro doesn't have to fight anybody. Hopefully. And then that leaves us 1 unit to work with, which is Lons, and we'll issue him when necessary, or we'll issue... Neutral character already? Or we'll issue him out or somebody out if we need a reinforcement somewhere. The downside to doing this... Oh, God. Yeah, I was gonna say get her. Don't murder her. I mean, I guess for you guys it doesn't matter. Oops. So, the downside to the strategy is because we don't have anybody taking the cities, then it's going to get a little rough at first because we can't teleport ourselves around. Oh, Pattison's already engaging. Wow, they are coming right for Pyro. I might move Blackburn up to that river instead, because that would be the direct line. I don't think they can get to Pyro any other way. Yeah, see all these angels and sylphs and shit? Like, this is gonna wreck our alignment. And I need to be cautious of the units that I have with undead characters, because they will get rocked. So we need to be really cautious here. You know what? I think I will do that. I'm going to bring Blackburn up just south into that river. Man, these guys are hitting hard, too. Pattison isn't unusually evil, but... well, he's doing the damage. Oh, that might be a kill shot. Wow, yeah, these guys are no joke. They are no joke. Alright, Pattison's in for it, so stop. Okay, so we're going to use the ethereal flute to get him back up to his feet. I'll worry about healing him in a second. And then our boy is just going to have to get into the river right about here, since that's the direct line. And then, Pattison, let me get you healed up. I don't remember off the top of my head which units have the undead creatures and which don't. It's so hard for me to remember individual unit makeups in this game compared to Ogre Battle 64, and I'm not sure why, unless it's just that's why you rename units, because it helps you remember where everybody is. Well, it's none of those. It's not Willis, although his front line may struggle a little bit, especially during the day. Yeah, everyone else is good. Alright, well, stop. Pattison, just come up here and hold your position. Wait for Blackburn to get up here. Looks like they diverted. They started after one particular unit, now they're coming after a different one. Which is fine, because they're weakened, so we should be able to get through them easily.
Fight it out.
Yeah, Willis shouldn't have too many problems. The only issue I've got at this second now is if Willis loses this fight, then I think that might knock him onto the city and liberate it, which isn't going to help us. Do your best, Willis. But if they land their attacks, they should do so much damage it shouldn't matter. But that's the question, will they land them? Oh, they landed that one for damn sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, beat the shit out of those. I better not say it that way. Almost said something that could have gotten me into trouble. Woo, boy! And those sylphs or whatever. Yeah, beat the shit out of the sylphs. That one doesn't have any attacks left, so this is definitely over at this point. Excellent. 1 unit down, 27 to go. I'll check back in once we've established our 2 lines, and we'll go from there. And level ups around. That's what I like to see. We haven't seen Marion fight for a while. She'll be fine, due to how ridiculously strong she is. I didn't realize she had a shaman in her team. I'm going to check the shaman's alignment, because with as offensively strong as this unit is, if she can't become a monk, it might be better to just class her down and then up as a Valkyrie or a Muse. Or even, well, let me see where she's at once this fight's over. Forgot how strong Marion was too. I guess if you, anytime you pair a princess with a lich, you're going to win fights and probably wipe out enemy units without trying very hard. I mean, that wasn't even half our attacks total. And 4 level ups. Excellent. And a Kurog. Well, that's nice. I've already used one. Alright, Marion, let's see. Let's check your... Okay. Oh, she's a 69 alignment. She only needs 1 more point. Oh, man. Well, if I guess if we find an undead unit, we'll be able to do that for her. How do shamans usually raise their alignment, though? That always made me curious, because shamans, or monks and clerics, generally can't kill anything anyway. Oh, you know what I could do is I'll class her down to a Valkyrie until she gets a kill shot against an evil creature. That will raise her up 1 alignment point, and then I could reclass her as a monk, and then I'd be good to go. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Plenty of creatures to kill in this one anyway, so I should be able to do that. Alright, back to the time skip until we get our lines established. This is Forrest's first time fighting in a while, and he's the one with the undead units. I thought I went through everybody, but didn't notice the skeletons for some reason. Yeah, it's a problem. Oh man, we're gonna be spending a lot of money on ethereal flutes today. I might have Forrest just withdraw and grab the next one down the list, which would be Sherrit. Although Sherrit... Does Sherrit have undead units? I don't think Sherrit has undead units. Sherrit has a lot of evil units. But Forrest isn't going to do much if he's just going to constantly get rocked by every healing spell he sees. It wouldn't be as big of a deal if the enemy only had the occasional cleric unit or whatever, but if their main makeup is holy units, then there's just nothing I can do here. Yeah, they're not going to have the effectiveness they need. Alright, hold on. Okay, so we're going to Dinner Bell Forest back home. We don't have to revive his skeletons because they'll just auto-revive after this is over. And then we'll deploy Sherrit. Unit 6. Yeah, he's got a Griffin, 2 Devils, and a Hawkman or whatever. Alright, fine. Perfect. So you go... I can't... Well, whatever. Just go this way. Alright, so... Yeah, and then 1 unit slipped away from Pattison, so I'm going to have Pattison try to intercept, but if he fails, Pyro's going to have to get his hands dirty. Well, damn, it looks like the enemy has more tricks up their sleeve than just holy units. Alright, you better hurry down here. Yeah, Pyro will have to probably engage. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know where he's going. Yep. I won't be able to catch him. Alright, Pattison, you're... I don't know, man. Just come over here, I guess, because you're not going to be helpful where you are. Pyro's going to have to fight. There's just no way around it. I'm just going to have to keep my eyes on Pyro and make sure that he doesn't start dropping in alignment, because if he does, then we'll have to move some units around to better protect him. Pyro survived that attack without any damage to his alignment. I'm sorry, I forgot when I upgraded Sherritt's unit, they gained meteors, which were that. So, yeah, Sherritt's going to be fine, too. He's going to be a good pursuit and finisher unit since he's got those meteors. Can they do it twice or only once? I guess only once. Still, that's a hell of a way to finish a fight. Have a giant rock from space land on your face. It's like your Jeb from Kerbal Space Program. It just occurred to me I probably needed to explain that. Forget it. Forget the joke. I'm not funny today. Blackburn is fighting his first opponent in a while. Ooh, that was solid damage right off the bat. These golems, man, they don't really... From what I gather, most Ogre Battle players don't quite know what good they are for. I know they generally have high physical defense, but... They just... I don't know, unless it's the specific weapon I gave Blackburn himself, but... Like, those golems were useless. They have a very specific purpose in Ogre Battle 64 that's extremely helpful, but... I don't know. I don't know what good they are here in Ogre Battle Classic. At least Blackburn's doing his job as Pyro's bodyguard. Pyro, meanwhile, has dealt with a second unit, and I think Pyro's alignment is still holding at 100. Yes, because he's not getting the kill shots. Although, this might be bringing down the alignment of his companions. So, I mean, I don't know yet. I'm just kind of spitballing as far as the strategy goes. We may have a situation where he can't be the number 2 when it comes to city grabbing. We may have to move to a different unit, but... yeah, it's not going to do much damage because we are all high alignment. Not to mention a high level. See... I'm curious how this one's going to go. I think Pyro's going to get a kill shot on that cherubim up there. The most you can ever lose to a single character, I believe, is 3 alignment. So at worst, he would simply drop to 97, which is still not great. It's a 3 points isn't bad. Yup, there's a cherubim kill. Alright, well, I'll check him after we're done here. 3 points isn't bad. Certainly there's plenty of time to make that back up, especially as we get closer to the end and we start having to fight more evil creatures. But you don't want to start the slide, since, you know, that's what happened at the beginning of the series and why I screwed up, because I allowed the alignment to get away from me during one particular stage. Alright, let's see the damage. Oh, Pyro's still at 100 alignment. Wow. I think that's partly because alignment feeds on itself. Like, the higher your alignment is, the harder it is to tank it, and the lower your alignment is, the harder it is to get it back up, which is part of the reason why I cut loose that 1 0 alignment octopus, Siren. He's still in the barracks, but I knew he would never get the alignment he needed to get up to whatever the threshold is to be a Kraken, because he can't fight undead creatures, so there was just nothing he could do. Wait a minute, he could have been armed with a holy elemental weapon, because that would have still worked. Well, whatever. Anyway, I didn't want to deal with it, and so I chose not to deal with it, and we didn't deal with it. We just got a different Kraken. Alright, so Pyro doesn't need to hunt down that unit. Blackburn just needs to stay in the middle of the river. Meanwhile, the western line is established. The eastern line... Oh, the eastern line is established. Alright. Lons, you're up, buddy. Hopefully you don't encounter anybody on your way to doing this. Head up over here. And Pattison, why don't you move to the east side of this line, because that's where the enemy seems to be coming from. And as long as we hold these lines... Yeah, we should be alright. They're not even really... These guys aren't even trying for the city. They're just skirting us. I don't know what's going on exactly. I'll figure it out, though. We'll stop these guys. Lons grabbed the western city, and the first thing that some random townsman says to me is, I mean, his title is Cardinal. He must be a holy man. Just like how I gave myself the title of sexiest YouTuber, and therefore I must be the sexiest YouTuber who has ever existed and will ever exist on YouTube. This is why I'm collecting a harem. But I never saw Randall's praying to the gods. Yeah, but his title's Cardinal, you know? Just because I'm not drowning in attractive women doesn't mean I'm not the sexiest YouTuber who's here. Oh god, that angel's on a warpath. I'll take care of this, I'm sure. It's what, the world's sexiest YouTuber does. Well, shit, this is what I didn't want to have happen. Alright, I'm gonna have Lons go ahead and attack. We're gonna change their strategy to strong. And we will withdraw if they get close to wiping somebody out. Because this way... Well, shit. This way they can at least weaken the enemy. Alright, stop. Stop, forget it. Just get out of there. Alright, so... Because the game seems to be an asshole, even though we're 2 inches away from the town, I'm going to use the dinner bell on that unit and move them over here. Alright, let's see if that damaged Ronnie's alignment. No, or Margot? Where the hell's Ronnie? Oh yeah, Ronnie is in the main, is in Pyro's unit. Okay, everybody here is at alignment at 100. We don't want that to change. So... Now that Lons has done a massive amount of damage to these guys, these ladies, Willis can come in and finish them off. Yeah, because we definitely don't need to worry about their alignment. It'll just be hard to hit that Sylph over there on the left because Sylphs just have a ridiculously high evasion. There we go. All right. That is 9 units down, 19 to go, with the West taking a little bit more heavy of a resistance, attack, pressure. They've got more pressure than the East side. Hey, Pyro, I've got a new item for you. In order to keep Lons out of the fight, we're going to make him do some weird things real quick. I'm not going to stop him on this town because I don't think I can defend it very well. But we're going to swing him around this way. And again, not stopping on that town either. Where's the... Oh, geez. Okay, so come here. And then here. And then go all the way to this town. Yeah, this should keep Lons out of the majority of the fights. But still give me a chance to get the towns that I need. Jeez. Man, these guys might be coming more on a direct line. I'm going to shift Sherritt over here to take these units down. Lons just completely wiped out a unit made up of Paladins and Valkyries, so I'm a little nervous about his numbers. Charisma dropped a point in a few places, which is also tied to a level difference. But alignment is still at 100 all around, so we're okay. I don't actually know what Charisma does. I think it impacts the chance that you recruit a neutral character, but I don't know what else it can be for. Ooh, this is perfect. I was going to have Lons go get those cities, but I moved Blackburn over this way and even moved Sherritt over this way because this unit is another one of those wizards with a ghost in front, and they wouldn't have been able to deal with them, but Lons can, and those are all evil-oriented units, so this might make up for what Lons has lost there. Oh, sure, it's got a neutral encounter again, too. Wow, and more units are coming down, splitting my line in half, just going for a direct route. That's going to take a minute before Lons gets over there and is able to... I'm sorry, I just had a thought. It's going to take a minute before Lons gets over to the east and grabs that town. That is the second sylph I've grabbed, or whatever they are. I don't even know what they are. Let's check them out real quick. Level 20, they're pixies. Wait, those are pixies? I thought pixies are red. Red colored. Oh, but they can be evolved. Okay. To sylphs. Okay. And they do the magic missiles. Alright. So the reason I'm going out of my way to do that, some of the units that currently have griffins, which is Sherritt and Gilbert Pattison, the ones that have griffins in the back row aren't very strong anymore. They're starting to really show their weakness. See, he's got a strength of 104 and an intelligence of 76. Meanwhile, the sylph has a very high intelligence of 130. I think I would get more damage out of putting in the sylphs rather than continuing to use these griffins, because the griffins are just starting to be outpowered at this point. Which makes sense, because in theory they shouldn't be griffins anymore anyway. They should be... Uh-oh. Yep, there's another wizard guy. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to test it now. So we're going to Dinner Bell Sherritt. This will also give me a chance to put in a new unit back there, or new character. So check it out. We're going to go here. We're going to remove the Griffin. I will not delete him just in case, but he's only doing about 20 to 30 damage to every unit, every character at best. So that's not really very good. Nina and Corrine. Corrine has slightly more intelligence, and Nina has slightly more hit points. I'll go with the intelligence. All right, so now I can add another character. Zapper and Steinberg. These were my wizards turned paladins due to their alignment. Let's put in Zapper. They're still low. They're low sky, though. Is that all because of the Griffin? Let's remove Zapper and see if they're still low sky. Damn it. Buttons. Menus are hard. Yeah, he's still low sky. So it's... Alright, well, that's fine. Let's go ahead and add... Oh, Gren is better. Gren is way better. Not only is he better leveled, but his strength is way higher because he was always a paladin, I believe. Okay. So Sherritt's unit is now this weird mix of holy and evil characters, but it doesn't matter. We're going to have Sherritt drive right up the middle here, because Magic Missile should do better, and then Lons can continue his eastward journey, because that way Pyro is still covered by defense, and we have an option against any ghosties like that. Don't miss, Lons. Come on. Do better. Alright, I'll check. Really? All three of you better not miss. Okay, good. I was about to be upset. Anyway, we'll check back in once Sherritt engages some enemies, and we'll get to field test his tweak. Just in case you've never played Ogre Battle before, I realized I may have skipped over something important that deals with the reasoning behind my strategy, because I've been so alignment focused through a lot of the series, and now I don't seem to care. The reason is because alignment, if you're not worrying about towns, and you're not worrying about your personal alignment that's needed for quests, then the only thing alignment really affects is whether you can go up or down certain classes. Now, I'm oversimplifying. Alignment also has to do with how much damage you do at certain times of day, but in my experience, such differences are negligible. The main thing that alignment controls is whether you can go up and down certain classes. So once we have everyone's classes where we want them, then we don't have to worry about their alignment anymore. So for example, with Selena, she was a monk. There is no higher place to go than monk. Therefore, because she's a monk, we don't give two craps about her alignment anymore. The only problem would be is if her alignment dips below the monk threshold, and then I class her down, and then try to class her back up into the same thing. But we're not going to do that, so it doesn't matter. So that is why the only alignments that matter now are Lons, because he grabs towns, Pyro himself, because I have a feeling alignment plays into the final ending, even though I haven't seen any information that says it so. But just having a high alignment's good regardless. And, I mean, that's pretty much it. Anybody else who is a little shy of alignment, like the one shaman, I can't remember her name, who might be able to get classed up to a monk soon, that's the only character left who we really care about with the alignment. Everyone else, they don't matter. They are exactly where I want them, so now it's just time to beat the crap out of the enemy without regards to anything else. Lons is a precious treasure that must be protected. Pyro himself is a precious treasure. Everyone else can just do whatever they want. They can just make bloodstains out of the enemies, and no one will be the wiser. So, a few episodes ago, I said I was manipulating alignment like a pro. Check this shit out. Sherritt is about to engage with this unit, which has the Ghosty and the 3 wizards. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to dinner bell him. And then we are going to take Pyro and pull him back a few feet. And then we're going to go dinner bell Marion. I'm sorry. Yes, Marion. She's the one. And now we're going to go into the edit unit screen to Marion. And we are going to temporarily change her leader to, let's see, where is she? Also, is Annette there yet? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. What is Annette? Annette is a monk. Okay, so we're going to change The leader of not Andre, not Ash. Where the tits is she? Have I just gone over every single person other than the one I want to go over? Who was I? Marion. There. Okay, so we switch the leader to Katja, and now we remove Marion from the equation, and now we dispatch what is now called Katja's unit, not Andre, and then we just relax, because what's going to happen is this unit is going to come after us.
Fight it out.
I'll come back in a second once Aisha gets done with this mess. Well, that took freaking forever, but Katja is finally engaging her unit. There were about literally 9 or 10 fights between the last time skip and now, but the point is, Katja's finally here. She's gonna do the thing, what with the best and the such, because they're gonna miss, and it doesn't even matter if we win or lose this fight. Katja, you want to do the thing, please? Thank you for doing the thing. Okay, now, we should easily win this fight. Katja, you better not die, because that would mess up all of my plans. Katja? Okay. Now, end these sorcerers' plays. Okay, one more Phantom, or Acid Cloud, that works too. Great. Okay, that is unit 21 of 28 down, 7 to go, and we get the level. But more importantly, Katja is now at 74 alignment, which means now Katja is a monk. The Zodiac Stones be praised. Okay, now, Katja, go back into the town. And we immediately pause, because that would have been real bad if we didn't immediately pause. And now we add to Katja's unit our Princess Marion. Where is she? I don't see her. There she is. Great. I canceled it instead of telling her to do it. Okay. Then we change leader. Nope. Of this unit to back to Marion. Then we use a Kironk like this. And now, Marion is way, way better. Okay, so Marion, not Pasa, Marion, your orders are to go help Aisha, because Aisha's holding her own, but my god is she having to deal with a lot of enemies. And Lons is on his way, and then Pyro will move him back up into headquarters, and now everybody's alignment, I think, is where I want it across the entire army, what with their classes and such, so we're good to go. 7 more units to go, and then we can take down the boss. Randall seemed to have received black magic from Roshidi. A holy man receiving black magic. What's next? I don't know, maybe a church covering up bad behavior of its cardinals? Surely that can't be a thing. Did you hear the rumor about Cardinal Randall's? He said the temple only receives money from the people. Then he says that the people who believe in the gods will be saved. What do they call those guys? I'm trying to remember the term of it in the US. I can't remember. I can't remember the term. Prosperity priests? Prosperity preachers? Something like that. The idea that if you pay the church money, then God will take pity on you and give you more money in response or something. Rarely works out that way. What a surprise. Randall has the title of cardinal, but he is actually a merchant. He made a lot of goth during the war and bought his title. The more evil men do, the more they act like a good man. Now that one is actually kind of philosophical. Cardinal Randalls governs this land. He's a disgrace as a man of the gods. He collects money from the people for prayer for the festival of the gods. All he says is money, money, money. That's what merchants say. somewhere poor Ruin is upset with just all of this. She makes her money legally by making people sign contracts and letting them offer her money without realizing that there's a downside to doing so. So I guess Ruin's a loan shark. Anyway, did you hear the rumor about the witch Tarot in Ramado City? She says she's from the heavens and claims the Ogre Battle will occur again. She's a real crazy witch. It's best not to go near her. Great. There's a witch named Tarot in this town. People say she's 100 years old, and by the way her wrinkles are, I say the rumors are true. Rude. I don't remember what, if anything, I need to do to deal with that. What city is that? Hold on. Hold that thought. Let me refocus the flippin' window. Alright, Ramado. Oh, that's what I need. Okay, yep, that city's important eventually. We'll probably be visiting it in the next episode, but we don't have to worry about it right now. Cardinal Randalls is scared silly ever since he heard the rebels were here. I heard he has not slept since the news of the Zenobian incident. What a wimp. At least he finally lost some weight. What? Why would he lose some weight over? Something must have been lost in the translation. See, when you have a problem that you don't quite know how to solve, you call in Princess Pasa, and then you look away for about 5 seconds. And then when you look back, the problem you had was gone, and it's been replaced by a bloodstain that is also on fire. We don't ask Princess Pasa how she does her work, we just appreciate it. Taking the slight reputation hit was worth it to get over 1 million goth. Running the army at this point so expensive that you may have noticed we almost ran out of money, having only 500,000 in the bank, so from now on 1 million is our threshold. You're here. You're barbarians. You think you can defeat me? If you kill me, Rashidi and Endora will become extremely upset. Damn you, Luvalon. He's always gone when I need him. I'll have to use the black magic given to me by Rashidi. Yeah, that'll be safe. Luvalon is one of the 4 major generals of the enemy army, or some crap. We found that out taking one of the towns. It doesn't matter. Okay, anyway. So, from what I gather, this dude's pretty strong offensively, but he's not very good defensively. So we're going to do one sequence of attacks, see where we're at, and use an Empress card to heal everybody if we need to. The if we need to part of that sentence was the important. Oh shit, that might actually hurt. Or not. It may do basically nothing to anybody. Oh, come on, guys, don't miss. You're dragoons! Okay, well, you two won't miss. Well, that was... Hey, look! A bloodstain that's on fire. Good job, Princess Pasa. Way to play. And no special dialogue. Okay. So, one of the most important things in this game is kicked off from a different stage, but we had to clear this one first to get the final item in order to get what we need. So my point is, the next episode is probably going to be a little weird and almost certainly won't feature a fight, maybe? Because I don't know how long it'll actually last. And I've been doing these episodes without using my stopwatch because I just go stage to stage to stage. But for this one, I'll probably have to bust out the stopwatch, and I don't know, tomorrow's episode may be extremely short, or it may wind up being just, I may tack it on to an actual episode. So we'll see. We'll figure it out, and you'll know before I do because you'll get to see the timestamp. So that will do it for today. Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again tomorrow for another episode.